Oh, come on. Stop your crying. It's time for the podcast, baby.
This is just so brutal, and yet I can't look away.
Yeah, they go on about everything.
Oh, I like Lil Wayne.
Crank it up.
Hip-hop. Yeah, hip-hop.
I like hip-hop a lot, too.
What did they tell you? They told me that you had gone totally insane.
You're listening to the podcast.
Have a go with that. Look at this.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl, Someone, and you're listening to the podcast.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You're locked right here on the podcast, episode 1. Usually we got Sean and Nick Krakalakis in the building, but they couldn't be here for the first episode or the first intro, unfortunately. But I got my man McDaisy.
What's up?
Yeah, and we're going to kick it off. You know, thanks for joining us, first of all, on the first episode. We're going to be bringing you probably an episode every 2 weeks. And yeah, let's kick it off big, McDowell, and start with the word of the day. The word of the day on the podcast today is legalization.
Oh man, what a word.
Yeah, right? And like, McDowell, what do you think of legalization? Should marijuana especially be legalized in Canada and everywhere else?
The main problem I have with that is taxes. I mean, I think we pay enough taxes that I don't want to have to pay 15% on picking up a G, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't seem right. They're going to have like little packs of doobies you can buy that are like $50, you know what I mean? Like,
Doobies.
I know, but it's going to get ridiculous if they legalize it. Although it would be nice to be walking down the street with no worries with a spliff behind your ear.
Yeah, like we were talking actually before about like something like decriminalization. You know, they had it in Canada for a bit back in the day. I think it was like 3 grams. If you got caught with under 3 grams, you pretty much got a slap on the wrist, maybe a fine, but you wouldn't get taken to jail, and you know, you wouldn't get your life ruined over a little bit of friggin' pot. You know, it's ridiculous.
I mean, like, to go to jail in the States over smoking marijuana, you know what I mean? That's a little ridiculous. I mean, you're in jail with a bunch of people that are doing B&Es, and you know what I mean? People that are actually deserve to be in jail, and because you chose to smoke up a bit, you're in jail now? Doesn't seem right to me.
And I mean, the thing that really fucking pisses me off is the whole thing, like, you know, oh, alcohol is not as bad as marijuana, or is not as bad as marijuana. And like, to me, that's ridiculous. You look at a guy who gets drunk every day, right? He's not, you know, he's out there beating his wife, or he's driving his car and hitting kids on the road, you know, because he's loaded. But when you're high on weed and smoking pot, you know, all you want to do is sit on your couch and eat chocolate bars. Like, what's the big deal, you know?
All you want to do is sit there and play Nintendo all night, and people go out, get wasted, drink and drive. How many deaths are there a year from drinking and driving? How many are fatalities from weed? None, you know what I mean? Like, you can't overdose on weed. The worst you're going to do is smoke too much, maybe green out because you ate too many munchies, and you know what I mean? You're out for 12 hours. Big deal, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But, so yeah, man, like, I mean, legalization in the end, I guess the way we should look at it is, we don't really want it legalized, man. Like, why do we want the government to control how good the weed is, where it comes from, how much it costs? It's ridiculous. Like, go to the store. How much is a pack of cigarettes nowadays?
Geez, if you want the good stuff, $11?
$11, exactly. So think about it. You go to the store to buy a good pack of weed cigarettes or whatever have you, right? And you're paying like $20 for it. And I mean, it's ridiculous when you can go to your dealer and get, you know what, like a half quarter for $25. I mean, and
I think it's going to be like, you can only do it in certain areas, obviously, like bars or whatever, but they're not going to even let you smoke in bars because you can't smoke anywhere in Ontario. So, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. They're going to have specialized little parks where everyone can go throw around a Frisbee and get high together. I mean, it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, and yeah, like we were saying, the repercussions of, I think, smoking marijuana are a lot lighter than, say, you know, getting loaded every night. I mean, I can remember even my dad, you know, he used to drink a lot, but I mean, when he was drunk, he was an asshole. He was an asshole, but when we smoked weed together, he was probably the nicest guy to chill with. You know, we sat there and friggin' watched movies for 2 hours and, like I said, ate fucking Mr. Sub or whatever.
I mean, like, people's split personalities come out when they're really wasted, you know what I mean? So, like, someone comes home wasted, they're not themselves, they're screaming at you, you know what I mean? They could be your best friend. They don't even know what they're doing. When you're high, you're just sitting there and just like, oh, okay, like, whatever happens, I guess it happens, you know what I mean? Like, you're kind of laid back, you kind of just let life just kind of happen, but like, you're not intrusive, or you're mean. You're not going to take a swing at somebody or get in an argument. You're just more passive when you're high. You're just like, I'd rather just watch cartoons.
Yeah, well, I totally agree with you. Hit us up on the podcast on Facebook. Let us know what you guys think. Should it be legalized, or maybe it should just be decriminalized? I don't know. But this next song, McDowell, goes out to you, man. Intro that shit.
Oh, buddy, this song, fresh. It's so fresh. Music and Liquor by Wax. Check it out.
You're listening to the podcast.
EOM, man. I like to drink a lot. A lot of people like to party and shit. But lately it's just been getting ridiculous, man. Yo, I spent all my money on women and wine and didn't give enough time to the rhythm and rhyme. I stay focused on the nickel and dime. I should be Benjamin thinking, but when I get them, I be spending them drinking. And then I wake up feeling nervous and lifeless. A thin line between worthless and priceless. When my life gets confusing ahead of me, I don't ever solve problems, I just start boozing heavily. In San Diego, I got off work every day at round 4. And every single day the road worker next door come home with an 18-pack of Miller High Life. I said my life's headed down a path that's way too sim. A lure, I'd prefer not to end up like him. And I'd look up and I'd cringe, but every time I try to change, I say fuck it and binge, that's my life. I've been with you so long, and my love for you so strong. But sometimes it feels so cold, and baby it gets so old. Wondering why I can't stop smoking, I can't stop writing. I should be the can't stop spokesman. Addicted personality, ironically, I write my realest shit when I escape from reality. I drink to forget, then I write to remember. It's been like that since my high school tenure. I can't imagine if I never had this rapping hobby. I'd rarely be happy probably. But I knew a lot of people when I lived back in Maryland that had it way worse, getting addicted to heroin, so I shouldn't be too pissed. I'm just getting sick of writing drunken self-help to-do lists that remain unchecked cause I never follow through. And when you move, old habits follow you, and I can't quite shake this ache from off my back. It seems it's safe, strapped up tight. Hey y'all, that's my life. I've been with you so long, and my love for you so strong. But sometimes it feels so cold, and baby it gets so old. Wondering why I stumble and cry. Yeah, my life's occupied by music and liquor. I guess I'm trying to escape from the fear and the sadness. It's madness, turn beer into gladness. It's sorta like a miracle of Christ, good timing. I could use some spiritual advice, man. I used to hate the taste of beer as a kid, and they say times change, and it's clear that they did. Cause now it seems every night I'm intoxicated by myself in a little ass box.